The media has portrayed my son as the person who has committed this crime. They have taken all privacy from us. They have taken all peace. The FBI follows his every move and watches my home constantly. And why? My son is innocent. Mr. President, please clear my son's name.
Well, you may remember the name Richard Jewell. In 1996, he was the security guard who prevented the mass killing that was intended with a bomb that was placed at the park in Atlanta during the Olympics. It was right at the beginning of the 1996 in Atlanta. It was a very big deal. And Jewell was a security guard there who noticed a backpack and immediately alerted authorities and the FBI, and they got that crowd out of there, and that would have prevented a lot of death, no question about it, when that bomb went off. So he was hailed a hero. He was even on the Today Show. Everybody was writing about him. He was the big guy of the moment, until the FBI, needing somebody to pin this on, got a little bit desperate and decided that maybe the hero, maybe the guy that discovered the bag, was actually the one who put it there. This is the movie now that has been made called Richard Jewell, very simple, and it is from the incredible director Clint Eastwood. At 89 years old, he's still turning out movies almost on a yearly basis, and really good ones. Richard Jewell is one of his best. It's an excellent film that tells the story about how justice really wasn't served in the case of Richard Jewell, destroying his life and his family as he was accused of doing something which clearly he didn't do. In fact, as the movie points out, 6 months after the fact, Eric Rudolph confessed to placing the bomb there, and he still sits in security prisons right now. But nevertheless, Richard Jewell tells this story in a compelling fashion, and Eastwood really is on his game here. From a terrific script by Billy Ray, which is based on a Vanity Fair article by Marie Brenner and a book called Suspect. But he's put together a really compelling screenplay here for Eastwood to direct, and at the center of it is Richard Jewell himself, played by Walter Hauser. You might remember him. He was in I, Tonya. He's been a character actor in a number of things. This is his breakout moment, and he is just superb. Actually, if you look at real footage of Richard Jewell, you'll think he was his brother. But it's an extraordinary performance here, and we really have empathy for him. Right down the line, the cast is superb here. Sam Rockwell plays his lawyer, Watson Bryant, and he is a real hot-button guy who takes on this case. Actually, he's the only lawyer that Jewell knew, and so he goes to him to try to help him. And as it unfolds, Watson Bryant discovers that the FBI and other things are not playing cool here with this case, to say the least. And then there is Kathy Bates. She is superb. The Oscar winner from Misery is always great, but just great here as Bobby Jewell, Richard's mother. And she has some heartbreaking scenes, including one speech where she makes a plea to President Clinton to please come into the case as it is destroying their lives. She's excellent here too. Olivia Wilde plays Kathy Scruggs. Now, she's the reporter that broke the story for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and she was under pressure too, as was the paper, because it's the hometown paper. They knew people were going to get on this story. The movie presents her in a way that she is using somewhat unethical ways to get the story, flirting, as it were, in a bar scene with an FBI agent, Tom Shaw, played by Jon Hamm. Now, this FBI agent, Tom Shaw, is an amalgamation of a number of FBI agents, not based on the real guy necessarily, and I think legally they couldn't do that, but he is just like the real guy, I am told. And Kathy Scruggs, played by Wilde, offers sexual favors, it seems, but that's only after she gets the tip that the FBI is planning to investigate. And then that storyline is pretty much dropped as she pursues the story, becomes a hero within her newspaper, and slowly realizes that maybe she didn't get it right, and someone's life may be destroyed because of it. Jon Hamm is also very excellent here as the conflicted FBI agent who's trying his best to get Jewell to admit to a crime he didn't do. This is a very moving film, and it's one that'll make you think, and it'll remind you of what happened to this one man. It's an extraordinary story, and one that I think has resonance for today as well, you know, because we hear a lot about the FBI, we hear a lot about the media, fake news, different things like that. Well, in this case, it was true. The FBI and the media are the heavies here, and this man's life was in the balance, and it's a sad story, but one worth telling and one worth seeing, and the master, Clint Eastwood, has brought it to the screen. I say, go.